Hi there, and welcome to this week's edition of Top End Track Talk. I'm Andrew O'Toole, and today we'll be having a look at this coming Saturday's meeting here at Fanny Bay, which will be the 5th of October. Having not raced for a fortnight, and with the track having undergone a maintenance procedure whereby sand and conditioner were added to the surface since our last meeting here on the 21st of September, the track's likely to be a little on the slow side, something to take into account when considering the form. That said, an excellent 5-race card has been assembled with some 45 acceptors scheduled to do battle and each way betting all day. The first race gets underway at the mid-afternoon time of 3:29 p.m, and in the opener, the designer Kitchens handicap for the 0 to 70 gallopers over the 1300 metres. My numbers are 2, 4, 3 and 6. I'm going here with number 2, Alisac from the Gary Lafoe Junior stable, and Paul Shires takes the mount here from the one gate. Really good run last time out behind the impressive Smuggling. That was a fortnight ago over the 1200 metres. I think the 1300 metres will suit this horse better. He's had 3 wins from 10 starts over 1300, and I've got him on top in a competitive lineup. 2 on top for me, ahead of the obvious danger, number 4, Grammar Boy from the Gary Clark stable. Brendan Davis in the saddle. He's one of my favourites, Grammar Boy, as you probably know. He won 3 starts back during the carnival. Then he disappointed a little in a couple of stronger grade races late in the carnival, but I certainly haven't dropped off him, and after having a freshen up, I think he can race really well. In for third, the stablemate number 3, Patria, getting close to a win, 2/3 his last 2, the most recent of those behind Tuscarora on the 14th of September. Kim Gladwin for Gary Clark, and my 4th selection, number 6, Wicked Promise. 2, 4, 3 and 6 in the opener. The second's the Carlton United Breweries handicap. It's also over 1300 metres, and it's for the benchmark 54 gallopers, and a good field assembled here as well. My numbers 5, 4, 2 and 8. Going here with the impressive last start winner in Princess Maribel from the Angela Forster stable. In fact, Angela Forster brought up her 100th career win when Princess Maribel won here on the 14th of September. So well done to Ange. Raymond Viger takes the mount again, and the way this horse hit the line over 1200 metres in maiden company, I think the 1300 metres will suit. Certainly stepping up in grade, but I think a horse with a future. 5 on top for me, ahead of number 4, Skeldak from the stable of Emma Steele, and Paul Shires takes the mount here. Pretty good run last time, I thought, for 4th behind Vunavalu, beaten about 5 lengths on that occasion, and similarly the step up in distance from the 1200 to the 1300 should suit this horse. In for third, number 2, My Tradition, formerly trained in the West, now with Chris Pollard. Barry Huppett's aboard, having its 2nd start in Darwin. Its first up run was really good behind Dubai's Got Talent, beaten 5.5 lengths, but should improve with that first up run on the track. And in for 4th, number 8, Strategic Journey. 5, 4, 2 and 8. In the third, it's the Ladbrokes handicap, and it's for the 0 to 58 gallopers, and we come out of the 1200 metre barrier for this one. 2, 4, 5 and 7 my numbers. Number 2, Trebler for me. He hasn't set the world on fire up here, but I thought his last start was pretty good when he finished 2nd to Dubawi Sniper, beaten just over a length. Gary Clark trains. Kim Gladwin continues his association with this horse. He's a big chestnut gelding son of Magic Albert, and I think the drop back from the 1300 rather to the 1200 will suit him. 2 on top for me, Trebler, to get a well-deserved win. Ahead of number 4, Ticket to Paris, Ange Forster trains. Ray Viger in the saddle. Raced well during the carnival, and the last start, 4th to Twilight Manoeuvre, I thought was pretty good. That was the 14th of September. In for third, number 5, Compare. David Waters puts the polish on this 5-year-old, and Dan Morgan, the Alice Springs apprentice, he's visiting for the day on Saturday. He takes the mount. Really good run first up on the 21st of September here behind Golden Dice. Finished 2nd on that occasion and will race well again. And my 4th selection, the consistent number 7, Restless. 2, 4, 5 and 7. In the 4th, it's the Asian United Foods Trobus Maiden Plate. It's for the maiden gallopers. It's over the 1100 metres, and another decent field assembled here, some 9 to go round. My numbers here, 7, 5, 8 and 2. Going here with number 7, Stratego from the Cherie Lawler barn. Felicia Bergstrand in the saddle. Great to see Felicia back riding well and riding winners. Stratego has only had the 4 starts in Darwin and raced well on each occasion. And his last start for 2nd behind Princess Maribel, beaten a length and 3/4, I thought was the sign of a coming winner. 7 on top for me. Ahead of number 5, the fresh runner Frilly Design from the stable of Gary Clark and Brendan Davis in the saddle. Only had the 2 starts, both during the carnival, finished 4th first up and then 8th the last time out. And I think those 2 runs point to a horse that won't be far away from breaking through. In for 3rd, the stablemate Calamar from the Gary Clark team. Kim Gladwin aboard. This horse has done its recent racing in Alice Springs, but that was during the carnival in Alice, so hasn't raced for some time. Should go well fresh. And my 4th selection, the consistent Liberty's Torch. 7, 5, 8 and 2. And the last, a really good race to complete the program. It's the Allura Gardens Nursery Handicap. It's the open grade race, or the benchmark race, a benchmark 72, and tremendous sprinting field assembled here for the 1100 metre contest. My numbers here, 4, 2, 3 and 1. I'm going here with number 4, Another Bit. Was a lower grade star through the carnival for Gary Clark, Brendan Davis in the saddle. He's just turned 4, this horse, but possesses any amount of ability and speed, which he's going to need to head off some of these very good sprinters. But I think he can do it. His last start was on the 3rd of August, so he's had a little freshen up in a fresh state here, and I think he can get the chocolates. 4 on top for me. Ahead of number 2, the old stager El Toronado from the Carl Spry barn. Felicia Bergstrand in the saddle. Carl's still out without injured ankle. He's an old marvel. He's a 9-year-old now. El Toronado never goes a bad race. His last start effort for 4th was in the Palmerston Sprint, would you believe? So he's certainly in this right up to his ears. Has a good weight to carry of 63 kilograms, but he's certainly earned every kilo of that. My 3rd selection, his stablemate, Torchbearer, number 3. Wayne Davis aboard for Carl Spry. He never goes a bad race either. His last start, 5th, was behind Smuggling, beaten 2 3/4 lengths. That was 1200, back to the 1100 won't hurt him. And my 4th selection, the top weight and the grand old galloper, the captain. He's a 7-year-old now, and he can never be left out of calculations. 4, 2, 3 and 1 in the last. On a tough day, the best bet of the day comes up in race 2, and it's number 5, Princess Maribel. Race 2, number 5, Princess Maribel, I think a smart young horse going places. While the best roughie comes up in the next event, race 3, and it's number 6, Fort Necessity. Race 3, number 6, Fort Necessity. The $50 Garrett's Horse and Hound voucher for our last meeting here in Darwin on the 21st of September goes to trainer Phil Cole for his double with the impressive pair of Smuggling and Vunavalu. So well done to Phil. Enjoy spending your voucher at Garrard's in Winnelli. In our next Top End Track Talk segment, jockeys will be the ones in focus, and that applies to the coming Saturday's meeting here in Darwin. Well, that wraps up this edition of Top End Track Talk, but we'll be back in a fortnight to preview the 19th of October meeting, the second of 3 meetings at Fanny Bay during the month of October. And of course, this is also Caulfield Cup and Everest Sprint Day. So a great day's racing in store for us. In the meantime, good luck and good punting.